red dye 3. So what is this?
Yeah. So it's a synthetic colored dye that's used to give foods a vibrant red color. So it has no nutritional value to it. And it's only used for aesthetics, just to make it look more red. Whatever, like candies or whatever you put it in. Like jelly beans, things of that nature.
Yeah, like some products that have it, like common products, like sprinkles, a berry and cherry flavored candy.
Yeah.
Some cereals have it. Some fruit juices have it. Like those, some sodas have it. Even bacon has it in it. Yeah. Processed meats are no good.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, to his credit, I think RFK actually made it more known.
Yeah.
But it's something that I feel like health activists have been talking about for years now.
Yeah.
I think what you're based on that what you just said, they're more like, why are people so concerned about this additive? Why don't you look at the whole food of what we're consuming?
Right.
They're so focused on this dye.
Yeah.
But what about all the other garbage we consume?
Yeah.
So I've seen that camp.
That's true too. Like maybe out of this whole administration with Trump, maybe this will be the good thing that comes out of it. Like the Maha movement, opposite the
Make America healthy again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like to answer your question, I feel like from what I read, there was like a study done like 3 decades ago, right? That linked male rats to cancer from red dye, right? And nothing happened from that for 3 decades, right? They stopped using it in cosmetics and they stopped using it in other things, but they didn't stop it in food because apparently, I don't know for sure, but there was some lobbyists from the food industry who kind of stopped that from happening. Yeah. Right. So then it kind of
crazy, no?
Which is wild.
Because they're like, you can't put it on you, and like, no, not in cosmetics, not in topical drugs, but you can ingest it.
Right?
That's fine to do. Well, their argument was that the levels of human exposure didn't compare to those rats. Those rats were given too much of it, and humans, you're only eating a couple candies or something.
But even then, like, why would it be safe to put that, not safe to put it on your face, but in your mouth?
The simple thing is if there's a slight chance, the littlest chance that it can affect you in any way, why is this even a debate?
I mean, food lobbyists, you can see why they would do it, right?
Obviously,
because, you know, it's going to make their product more vibrant. Yeah. It looks brighter and more colorful. People are going to want to buy it more, right? That's why they're going to do it, right? But from, I feel like a health and safety standpoint, like,
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You just get rid of it if it's any chance that it could harm you, right? Like if my fruit roll, or what are they called? The cereals? The Fruit Loops, right?
Yeah.
If they look a little not vibrant,
is
it going to bother me?
Yeah.
Like, it'd rather be healthier.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can say that for anything. Sometimes, like, you kind of eat, you see it with your eyes first, right? If it doesn't look appealing, are you really going to want to eat it? I'm not saying I want people to eat it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like she was saying, processed meats have so much crap in it. Those, like, rotisserie chickens you buy have so injected with so much crap.
A bunch of sodium and stuff.
It's all not good for you. It's just where do you stop it? Where do you not?
I feel like we've come into this, we were always headed in this direction, but this huge like marketing era where like everything's about the dollars and cents, like always, right? And companies are just trying to make as much money as they possibly can. And I think we were just in the airport or somewhere, and I don't remember, but like exactly where it was, but I was buying something, and was standing directly below that, and she was looking at the whatever was there, and it was at kids eye level, right? And she was like, "Can I buy this?" And I was like, "That's smart."
Yeah, it's purposely placed there.
They do that. Their placement on the shelves is a bit lower for the kids,
right?
So I don't know.
Like with this announcement, now since it's banned, the FDA gave companies until January 2027, and drug manufacturers until January 2028 to reformulate their products to comply with the updated law.
Okay, so they have a couple years.
Add like red dye number 2.
Right? They're just going to add a different type of it.
I mean, even the FDA, they're adamant. They've always been adamant, like, it doesn't cause cancer. We're just essentially, just paraphrasing, they're just like, we're getting rid of this, so you guys shut up. Like, they're like, it doesn't cause cancer. Though.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
They're adamant about that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, to what you were saying, like, I feel like when it comes to being healthy, there's a lot of other things you can do as well,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can understand that criticism, but like, with all the stuff they do to food, like you guys are saying, I would rather not have that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And all the preservatives and everything that
Step
they
in
do.
the right direction.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
That's-
if you can get more,
Yeah.
like even people who buy the label organic, it's just a label.
Yeah.
None of that stuff is organic.
Sticker.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, to me, it just seems like it is a good step.
I mean, the best thing you could do is buy farm fresh if you have the capability to go buy from a local farm or something, or a butcher to get your meat there.
For sure.
Probably. It's probably and you're supporting local
Yeah.
businesses, right? Helping them grow in your local communities.
Paying the means, though,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because it's usually more expensive because it's
Yeah.
more expensive for them to produce, right? Compared to like these massive grocery stores.
Some of these dyes are crazy though. I read into some other dyes like red, yellow, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1 and 2. They're causing behavioral problems in children. So
I've read something like on like the spectrum type of
Yeah.
relation, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
even
that.
like if these dyes are that bad, why the hell are they in the food?
Yeah.
If there's any evidence to support it,
Money.
what's the-
It's
yeah.
money.
But
Yeah, like where are they gonna get, I guess, that color from?
they're using it just to appeal to the kids, to sell to the kids.
For sure.
Right?
I mean, you've seen it with pesticides. There's been massive cases against them.
Yeah.
You've seen it with so many things over the years, right? Like
Yeah.
whenever they can, even seed oils, everyone's been talking about them.
Yeah.
Right. So like wherever they can find a way to cut costs and make more money, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Wherever they can try to advertise their product more, they're going to do it. Right. Like with seed oils, you hear them talk about how it was first introduced as a lubricant for
Yeah,
machines
yeah.
and engines and stuff. Right.
And
And
people
then
are
now
eating
people are eating it. It's in everything.
That's
And
why.
cooking with it. Right.
It keeps going though, because then it moved on to like avocado oil, but then there's so many problems with that.
Yeah.
Really?
It just
What's the best oil? I thought it was avocado.
I thought it was too. I think it
Apparently-
go back to olive, like
Yeah.
olive oil.
And then the whole margarine thing, right? Like that whole campaign where they made people believe
think it's healthy.
that margarine was healthy and people are out here eating plastic, right? And now like everyone's coming back and saying it's actually butter, right?
If you read more into that, it's like, yeah, butter's healthier for you. That clogs your arteries.
Yeah.
And it like
No, I feel like, yeah, it's like it's not healthy for you,
Yeah.
period.
Is there just too much
Right.
information out there now? And
because of TikTok. So the battle.
or
Right?
just in general, like Google, you can Google anything and find a bunch of articles and just educate yourself, and then you come to the conclusion like, I can't even leave my house, man. Can't eat anything.
You remember back in the day, like from like a Punjabi standpoint,
Yeah.
right? They would always say like "kyo" or "ki," however you want to say it,
yeah,
right? That it's good for you,
yeah.
right? Like that's what our parents
been
would believe,
saying
and we'd be
that,
like, "Yeah,
good for
you
your
guys are a
bone.
little crazy,"
Yeah.
right? And now you hear
like spoonfuls of it and just put it on your subject. Here.
now you hear a whole bunch of people on TikTok and Instagram and
cooking
stuff
with
putting
ghee,
they
yeah.
put it in their jaw and stuff and
In
the
their
coffee.
Yeah.
It's like a thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And there's these butter bandits all over the place stealing it.
Valuable, man.
Yeah, and
But Canada hasn't banned this.
no, as far as Canada goes, there's an article in the Globe and Mail. Health Canada reviewed an evaluation from an expert committee that it considered the toxicological studies in experimental animals and concluded that the dye does not pose a health risk to humans at levels specified in Canadian regulations.
Yeah. So they're just saying their limits are safe enough.
Yeah,
We
they're
know
saying-
what's safe enough.
Yeah.
But the
We
US
set the
just
limit.
banned it altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Canadian limits are safe enough.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. They're saying we don't put
Interesting.
too much.
It's just like, for me, all of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if there's any chance that it can harm anyone in any way, just take it out. It's not that complicated. But obviously, like you're saying, it's a money thing. It's probably cheapest to use. There's probably some way they can get a similar color, but it's going to cost a lot more.
Yeah,
Obviously, the
and it's
companies are
easier
making
said than done, right? Like it's a part of capitalism. Like if
Yeah.
you, like how Sophia was talking about brain rot,
Yeah.
right? And if they were like, oh, hold on, it's going to destroy children of the future. They're not going to have any attention span. We're going to have to shut down all social media everywhere.
Yeah.
people like us would be like, that's not fair. Right? It's like we're trying to create a presence online here, right? So I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying that companies that use these kind of dyes are well-intentioned companies that are just trying to make money, period. Right? But I mean, that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to bend the rules and try to make as much money as they can possibly make, right?
Yeah. I think Canada should follow suit. But
talking about bending the rules, let's move on to these 50.